Welcome back to the Banter and Rant show right here on the Sheldon Studios platform. You know what we do on this show? We talk about everything. We discuss things that have to do with society, with millennials, Gen Zs, the older generations, the things we face, how we can navigate our ways through life. We just share a 2 bits on it and then we take it from there. On to introductions. You know how we do it. My name is forever Ajwa Adi. To my right,
my name is Nene Kofi.
The Afro is Afroing. Hey, this movie, some movie be like that.
Afro Samurai, Black
Afro,
Dynamite.
I'll look for it. I'll put it in the description. But yeah, it looks nice.
That's what your helmet. I don't know how I
see the way you watch me. You want to talk something?
Please go back to the cornrows. This one I don't like it.
Wait, how long have you been keeping it for?
I just took out my hair a couple of days ago, so yeah.
It's giving.
It's not giving you anything. It's not giving you anything. Let's be honest.
Take off your cap, make me see something.
Wow.
That'd be why.
Now, Missy, go back to the phone. I don't like this. That's not your helmet.
Make it away.
I don't like this.
Or being serious.
Yes, I don't have some. No means saying go to the way. What the hell?
Okay, and then
I'm Mandy.
Hi, Mandy.
Hi.
Welcome to the Banter and Rant show.
Thanks for having me.
Can't wait to see your action today. It's
ready.
It's about to go down. And then
Ed.
Welcome.
Thank you.
From upstairs to downstairs. And then
yes, I own the company.
Yes. Let them know.
They don't know. Oh, I own the company.
The boss himself.
I bought the bikes.
Kaudi, I will say I own the company.
Yes, now I'm tall mics and the cameras.
This episode is going to be long. But what are we talking about? This one is very important. I think there are a lot of people out there, the masses. They want to know how people started and how people were able to do it and how they are able to sustain the topic on board today. So, how to start a business in Ghana. How to start a business in Ghana. Do you have a business?
Yeah, but that's it. Why we don't go start?
You're right
start from this side.
Right here.
Do your thing, bro.
Go make them can't take tax from me.
No, nobody will tax you. Don't worry.
I do have a business, but for now, I've been working with an NGO for a while. So, yeah.
Okay.
So my business sort of, balanced.
Okay. Yeah.
Bit,
I don't...
So now I'm an NGO employee. Yes.
I see. Okay, Mandy. Mandy, do you have a business? Or are you affiliated with any business?
I did, but not anymore.
What business was it?
I sell food.
Food, okay.
That was when I was in school.
Okay.
Yes.
So it was like a food something.
Yes.
I see. We'll come back to it. Ed, what's your business?
Creative agency.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yoruba. Dondingo. Everybody knows your business.
Me the NGO. Because Sheldon Studios.
Because Sheldon Studios is not an NGO.
It's an NGO, non-governmental.
See, I sound so treat Ubant, you know.
Yes, we should treat Uber. I'm not Uber and DBC anymore. I'm not Jimmy off. So yes, I own Kwadwo Sheldon Studios. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, let's start it. Say somebody has zero plan, nothing. They just wake up today and they're like, okay, I want to venture into the business sector. I want to start something. What is one thing that the person needs to kick off? Yeah, redirection. Let me take it to Eddie. First of all, let's talk about your business a little bit. It's a creative agency.
Yeah.
What are some of the things you do, like branding?
So branding, digital marketing, animation.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the 3 main things. There are other experimental services on the side, but those are the 3 main things that we do.
Okay. How long have you been running it for?
I think we are nearing our 4th year.
4th year? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And it's been consistent throughout all the 4 years.
ups and downs, but like, yeah, when you zoom out, the graph is on an upward trajectory.
Okay.
So
Okay, makes sense. Shirley, how long have you been running KSS?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, but I've been in the video thing for like 6 years. So, but we officially registered as a company, I think in 2 years ago. Yeah,
2 years
something
ago.
Like that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And to me, what had Nana and
Yeah, but lookum.
me coming what need Nana in your business?
Yeah, so you need, as you said, you were talking about environment.
Yeah.
You see, it's there are businesses or startups that get funding from, the Silicon Valleys and whatnot. They can raise seed funding and everything. We didn't start like that. We do the plowing back kind of, business where we invested what we earned in the course of doing whatever we're doing here in what we wanted to build. So it took us a very long time to structure, put in place a lot of things. Buy equipment, invest in human resources, do a lot of things. So it was recently that, if you are trying to talk to bigger brands, if you are trying to have a conversation beyond send 2,000 cedis to my mobile money, you need to go through the right processes. So we had to, register our business and go through all the other processes to make sure we are legit in whatever we are doing. If like we have a contract from, let's say, a bigger company and they need us to give them an invoice and everything, we would go through the right processes. So I think about 2 years ago, that was
when the structures were put in place.
Those days we were just hustling.
I see.
Because as I said, we had to, put up a lot of things together ourselves. And so that is how we were able to transition from being the normal, Charlie put the camera down to like,
a proper company.
Business.
Is it that you didn't want to go for funding? Is it that you didn't want an investment or the opportunity wasn't there? Or you just wanted to do it all on your own?
In this country, I don't think you can get people to fund your business. I've had conversations with people where they wasted my time. Some will take you to like a restaurant to go and waste your time. Some don't think you need $50,000 to start a business or $100,000. Wow. There was a man that actually questioned why we needed $100,000 to start a business because he thought we were just doing videos online. So what all we needed was camera and internet. So they didn't understand the dynamics of the thing. For the community that we are in, unless you know like a big man up there that is going to pump money into you, proper funding like, we have angel investors and all. I don't think we have some. I think that there are some. I had a conversation with someone. I said there is a website for it, but I don't even know.
Okay.
If the website is not popular, it means they basically don't offer any help to anyone.
Yeah.
So it's not like we didn't want this thing. We had conversations with people where they just didn't understand why we needed a certain amount of money or a specific amount of money to
run
start
the business.
This thing.
Yeah.
So what we did was to, just make money from what we are doing and plow it back into the company. And it worked with regards to us getting equipment. So if we have to sacrifice our salaries and what we like myself and Fish, we had to do that to make sure, we can buy lights, we can buy camera. Eddie knew how we did the whole thing, you understand? So that is how we started. But the thing is, if we were in other jurisdiction, I'm sure we would have, gotten whatever we wanted.
Yeah.
Because I even brought my uncle in to come and lectures on how to, apply for them seed funding because he had applied with his company and I think he receives $500,000 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
We did all those things and even how to get into the whole thing, you need like a direction to like, okay, plug it here, right here, do this thing here.
There's a lot of processes.
It was tedious. I am not that kind of person that would, I am just about the creative side of things. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, we are going to do it our way and we are here.
And it worked.
It didn't work. We still need funding.
Well,
what do you mean by work? When you bring me bread?
Shower basa.
Share. It'd be hard pass. Me, if I get the funding today, I'll take it.
Okay.
But then it has to make sense to me, business-wise, because once again, I'm not the only one. I don't own it. I have like partners. So if it's going to make sense, if you want to have like, a percentage of my company, the money you are bringing on board has to make sense.
Okay.
Because valuation-wise, we can actually put out a certain amount of money that we are worth, and you can't dispute it because when it comes to the numbers, the reach. Listen, we are in a space where we are competing with people with resources. They have resources and everything. We are doing more numbers than them.
Exactly.
We are spearheading the conversation of new media. So if you want to come on board, you better come right.
Interesting. I see. No, but it's crazy to me that there aren't like enough structures like that in place down here in Ghana. Because it's not like we'd hear conversations like, oh, the youth, they are lazy. The youth, they don't like working. The youth, they just want to be hand-fed all the time. But then there are not enough avenues to like help the youth. Me personally,
Relax. Sorry.
Yeah, me personally, sometimes I wake up and then you're like flooded with ideas. There's so much you want to do, and you know that like if you venture into it, it will work. But where's the support? Where's the money? Where's the fun? Like there's nothing. Before you get somebody to actually see the potential, now what?
Exactly.
You will write proposals. You will write and yet easy.
You see, when you even get to the level where you are dealing with some of the brands, like, okay, I have something going on for me, so I want you to come on board and come and help me do this. They will subject you to that kind of torture. It's like they are doing you a favor, you understand? And this is why a lot of people go like, oh, you are arrogant. Nah, bro, I will not take what you are putting on the table because it doesn't make sense to me. And you see, and in the space that we operate, they've trivialized everything. I don't know, maybe we didn't get the fundamentals right, but new media, digital marketing, all these things that we are trying to do, it is new to them. They don't have the idea.
Yeah.
They don't know anything.
They don't see
So they
it.
feel like people used to disparage us. Like they will make, oh, you are making $2 on YouTube and things. Until they find, like later on, people started having like proper conversations. You understand? So I feel like in subsequent conversations, they would understand. If you are trying to invest in someone, let's say, in one room trying to, create content, try to, put content in the newsfeed, and the person needs, let's say, $10,000 or something, you would understand where he's coming from and what you can benefit from. That kind of partnership. Okay. But until then, it's just going to be like this. And that is why I always tell people, unless you want to do this thing on a level where you feel like you want to have fun, to me, it's business to me. So I try to make things the way that like a business is supposed to do. I mean, because if you stick to that kind of, Charlie, it is not sustainable. And I don't want to do it for myself. I want to do it with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it comes with cost. So you need to scale it. At some point, if you want to scale this thing that we are doing, then you need resources and investment. That is where the problem is. But I feel like, well, if you have some father or mother that is going to pump money into that is fine. Also, the business community here, he knows. Let him talk. He's been to like 1,000 meetings. He will come and sit there and be chatting like, bro, what is this? He knows.
It's crazy.
Let him talk.
How did Lyman Honey start?
So I think, for myself, I think my journey is a rather fortunate one, relatively.
Okay.
Because back in school, I started taking internships right from first year because I didn't want to sit in the house and do nothing with my long vacation. Okay. So first year, I did 2 internships. Second year, so in my second year, I was going to look for another internship, but a company found me called Creo Concepts because I used to share my work online.
On social media?
Yes.
Okay, so that helped you?
Yes. So
putting yourself out there on social media. Okay.
So we used to do a lot of assignments, practical assignments in school. But the mindset I approached those assignments with was, if I can't share this work online, I wasn't doing it for the marks because the lecturers, you can do anything and they will give you any marks and you go away. But if the work I'm doing can't compete with the online community that I'm looking at, then the work is not worth it for me to submit as an assignment. So if it's good enough to post, then it's good enough to submit it. So I used to do that a lot. Okay. And so I had Creo reach out to me second year. They thought I was out of school already. And then they offered me, I told them no, I was still in school, but I would like to do an internship.
So it was like a part-time?
Internship. So like during vacation. So I'd never come to Accra before, but I told my mom I have an internship opportunity outside. She told me, do you have a place to sleep? I said yes, but I didn't have a place to sleep. I was now looking for, because I knew what the opportunity
It was a good one, yeah.
So even if it meant coming. So I came to Accra. I had this friend of mine, Mendez, who was attending school over here, so I went to pitch in his hostel. Wow. And I used to dodge the hostel master all the time because it was illegal for people to pitch, right? Yeah. But I knew where I was going. So like I took that internship and then they paid me after the internship. Yeah. Immediately I came back and my mom was like, first can go to your school fees. So like I went to pay the school fees and then while I was there, I still used to work with them. Okay. And through one project I worked on at the company.
At Creo Concepts.
At Creo Concepts. the CEO found out because I shared the work on my page, and then he found out that, oh, you are the one who worked on this. And then we had a conversation about him pushing me to his company.
Okay.
So I started working right before I left school.
I see.
So I would say I had that, nursing grounds working with those 2 startups to be able to learn how they were building their company from scratch.
Okay.
And be willing to eat debt for like a number of
years.
Sacrifice that time because I knew like where I wanted to, get to.
Yeah.
And so my plan was to and before I left Creole to that company, I spoke with my mom because it felt very weird, like getting this opportunity from this place, and these people expected me to come back after school. And, I spoke to my mom and it was like, don't burn any bridges. So like I went back to my old boss, Raymond, and then we had a conversation about this that, like I feel like this is a new space for me that I can explore my creativity further. So like I'm still cool with all those guys. So I did work with that OMG. That's where I met
OMG. Yes,
Sheldon.
Guys. Taking this to a side is OMG squad.
I think we have a lot of OMG people.
Yeah,
exactly.
Fish, Eddie, Sheldon.
Myself,
Yeah. Full on OMG squad.
So basically, we brought the
So we learned. I learned a whole lot of
Yeah.
things from Jesse at the time, and
shout out to Jesse.
While I was there also, I was learning a lot about building your own creative business online.
Yeah.
And the mindset over there also was, if I can dedicate 9 to 5 of my hours to somebody else, if I close after that, I should be able to dedicate 7 p.m. to 12 midnight on my own thing.
Okay.
So that was when I was experimenting with freelancing,
I
collecting
see.
gigs, pricing. And if I give you price and you can't pay, I know that I have salary that I'll collect and I'm comfortable with the salary.
Okay.
So like that's when I started experimenting with pricing clients and
I
doing
see.
all those fun experiments. So my partner Benjamin worked with Echo House, was working with Echo House at the time, and he was like, both of us were like, if I leave OMG today and I want to go into a creative agency, I'm not throwing shade, but like there's no creative agency
that
in this country
that's
that. I'd rather go and intern for free for another 2 years outside the country, right?
Okay.
So the options was to either leave or stay here and start my own thing, creating exactly what I want to put in the world.
Okay.
So, and he was also feeling the same way because he was tired with, the monotonous agency lifestyle and all those things. And so we came together, we tried a few experiments together. And then we decided to just come together and start. So we started with, he had a laptop, I had a laptop. We didn't need to rent an office space.
Don't start that story. Don't start that story. You brought battery, he brought laptop, and you people put
it together.
No,
we don't want another. I started my company with 15 Ghana
I know
cedis.
I know.
One banana.
I brought charger, he brought laptop.
No, I'm saying this.
No, don't.
I'm saying this.
I'll slap you.
I'm arriving at a point. Relax.
Don't do it.
I want to arrive at a point.
At which point?
I think he's triggered because some of the success stories that we hear in Ghana, they are
Maybe I go hit
crazy.
my $1 million US.
What did you start with? It not be phone and this thing.
No. Maybe I catch them.
Don't say what you
fertilizer the goofy followers. No, it's not me cooking. No.
Yeah. So I think
then you don't do it.
The thing is, the one lesson I learned is wherever you find yourself, whatever is in front of you, give your 100% to it, because you never know where that might lead to.
Yeah.
Because the laptop I started, the laptop I started the agency with is a laptop I got from Jesse for free. Because after I left OMG,
I remember they called Eddie to the office. Where's the laptop? You stole it. I'm lying.
I had one.
I'm lying.
Menzi had one. And then Jesse was like, we can keep it.
Okay.
And work with. Because at that time, I didn't have my own money to buy a laptop or whatever, right? And the last salary they gave us, we used to come and pay rent.
Okay, that one I know.
Yes.
You used your last salary to pay rent.
We still have that picture. We collected
bundles on the street.
And we're like, the only thing we need right now is internet and a place to live. So we came to rent the place. And then the rest
all of you were living together.
Yes.
You, like, Menzi, Sheldon.
We're like 5 or 6 boys.
Menzi, Lipsy came in later.
Yes,
and
we
were like
Richard.
Yeah, Richard.
Now
we were like 5.
Fraud boys.
Yeah.
You guys just stay one
that's
place.
where we're profiled like we're fraud boys. So they used to think we were fraud boys.
All you had was laptop.
So we're not. We're not moving out. We're not going out. Then I think we started buying cars.
No, but I think that's one thing that happens a lot in the catering industry because
we don't go out.
Usually we don't go out. And it looks like every time you even go out, like for us that do video, when you go out and come back, most of the time it's even spent on bench. You are inside till you are done with the video or till you have to go to your next gig.
So nobody understands what
nobody understands what you do.
Police come this house before. We were asleep and they came in. They said
they are looking for
people. They look at us. They look like us. So they came in, they opened our bags and things. They came to profile us. Not knowing that it has been circulating in the hood that we are
fraud boys. Oh my goodness.
Charlie Brian, bro.
I mean, that's basically how the whole thing started. And I think our mindset was, we decided not to really think about the physical boundaries of the country we existed in because on one end, we are doing creative services. It's not a job that needs a lot of physical input where you have to physically be in a certain space. And so with the internet, you can reach out to clients. Because we started doing underground work in Ghana, like reaching out to people. And as he said, we went to a meeting one time and we mentioned the costs of the project we were going to. And the man looked at us and said,
exactly.
No, that's crazy.
So a lot of all those things were like, you know what? We can't sit here and be focusing on the physical environment we find ourselves in. So at least if we don't have plane tickets to fly outside, we have the internet to start creating content. And target it enough that we begin to get clients from outside.
Okay, so
the rest is history.
If it cuts across, I think everybody made use of the internet.
Yeah, based on the space that we operate.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Now back to Sheldon. You're running a big business now. Let's talk about employment.
Yeah.
What do you look out for before you employ somebody?
Zero. I look at nothing. I just pick people because they want to. I just pick people where then get a drive.
Look at fish.
Yes. I don't employ people based on their certificates.
Okay.
Certificate
Makes sense.
I give people the chance to work. Like I look at you and I see potential and I tell you, come, let's try something. Because Fish, like how I pitched the idea to Fish that I wanted to start this thing. I think Fish used to do video for Nessie. So one day I called him in the house like, bro, make we do something. It'd be like I earned some $1,000 for YouTube. Then Fish, okay. This is what we could do. We don't have equipment, but then we go for start plus this and this and this and that. We didn't have anything. It's not like you came in with light and everything.
You see, you are doing.
Fuck it. That story is legit, bro. That story is legit. He knows. So that is, but I mean, look, employing people, I just want to give people the opportunity to do what they want to do. Because when I was at OMG, I didn't know anything about videos. I was social media manager, posting stuff.
Yeah.
But then one day they were like, oh, we didn't need somebody. Then this guy was in the office and Kabano all of the day. We need someone to host a show.
I can't even imagine
you were in the wait, was she in the office?
Nah, she wasn't there.
She was in the office. Menzi was in the office.
I remember that first video.
They say, oh, we need someone to shoot a video. Charlie, nobody for the office do video.
Wait, that's how your of the day started?
That's how Kwadwo brought the idea. We extracted the idea from Donkey of the Day on the Breakfast Club, Charlemagne the board.
Okay.
So Kwadwo was like, we need someone to host a show like this. Who go fit come out? And I was like, okay, let me try something. Now first video, no.
I said
Charlie presentation. I was looking at this side.
We need to insert that video.
Bro, the video is there. The camera day here. Then my face there. Because I was so shy. So we shot the video.
You shy?
You don't know.
Oh my goodness.
And come back to me, so you know what happened? The video was about Sarkodie. And you know how his fans did.
Yeah.
And I'm okay, hey. That be the day somebody tell me, say, nah, I don't look camera. Hey. I said, I am not camera worthy to. Hey, bro. Did you myself?
Oh my
But you see, the thing is consistency. The next day we did it.
Yeah.
The next day we did it. So for like a month, we became a hit on Facebook. That's why when Twitter people go like we made, they annoy me. Because before they discovered Kwadwo Sheldon, I was big on Facebook. Everyone knew me on Facebook because we were getting like millions of views on OMG. And people didn't know because Twitter people are in a box on their own. They feel like,
Their own world.
you understand? So I was very big on Facebook. And it got to a point that they started making fun of my hairline, my hair, a whole lot of things. But then it got to a point, they got tired of it because I was, doing it consistently. So
You owned it.
So they started focusing on the story instead of the personality.
Okay.
That's when the whole thing started. So I basically took that opportunity like, okay, let me try something like this because, I have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Chairman was like, I'm a big boy, I just know design, I am just here to do design.
No, but it's good you mentioned consistency because that's one thing a lot of us take time to actually build.
Me like this, I don't have a single bone of consistency.
You are better. You are better.
Sheldon.
She's better because at least look at YouTube. Her YouTube is alive. Ed and I started YouTube. Ed started before me. I've posted like only 3 or 4 videos on YouTube.
But you shoot videos for people.
But I shoot videos for people.
You are not seriously
see, that's the thing. But it's very unfortunate. Over the years, I had to just push that creative side down because I was more involved with the NGO. But there were lots of lessons I kept on learning. And fine, if I knew now, I wouldn't have pushed it aside as much as I did because that was too much activity for me to handle. Around that time, we were setting up factory in Accra, and I basically had to do a lot of things, hiring people and getting the equipment we needed for the NGO and all that. So over there, I learned managerial skills.
Okay.
And it was great that I was given that room to learn things like that because I grew up quite timid. Like most of us did. Most of us did. Why are you looking at me? I'm timid. Most of us.
As a fraud,
I'm a timid. I'm timid.
I'm a timid guy.
Timid. It must be a nickname or something.
Bro, no, for real. Ed, you meet any day class. Like, you've been in class the whole time.
I will take bullet for Dinner Day. You don't know.
That's a story for another day.
You know, even way back in school when we had to do presentations, Charlie, because bro, it wasn't easy because like it wasn't really my thing. But over time, I've had to like pick up some of these things because of the spaces I've been exposed to.
Yeah.
Like even thinking about how to manage the people you work with and the people I don't want to say subordinates, the people who like you sort of interact with on a daily basis and making sure that everything is good with them. Yeah. So for me, it's been a learning curve for me.
Makes
like
sense.
even though my personal thing like sort of had to slow down a bit for me to like engage in other things. It gave me room to
grow.
To grow and know that there are certain things I've learned now that I can go back and use for my own stuff. So that's why I'm trying to revive my own thing. And
makes
like
sense.
basically using the lessons to better the things that I knew I didn't do well.
Okay.
Like
so in hiring those people, what did you look out for? Like what did you?
Well, basically with the NGO, it's that aspect is a skill based.
Okay.
So like first of all, like there were sessions where we give the people room to try what we wanted them to do. Now, after they try what we wanted them to do, it's not always 100%, but you see potential in people and you realize that, this person, when given room, would be willing to learn. Yeah. Now, over time, even after we hire them, over time, we give them space to learn from those who are better.
Okay.
Because, fine, like, we make fashion items out of African fabrics. There are lots of these seamstresses and tailors who are only limited to making, like, shirts and
trousers
actual clothes.
Or like
but to come and make bags requires an extra skill, and also creating for a market that is so keen on precision. Like if it's straight, it has to be straight. Now we have people and they are able to do something, but it takes time for them to be able to get things right. So over there, it just made me understand that it takes time for you to get what you want when you're working with people.
Yeah.
Because back then, when I was handling my own video crew and stuff like that, I am someone who doesn't like large teams.
Okay, you like your team small.
Yeah, because growing up as a timid person, I always had this intention. I don't want to handle large groups of people, so I'm unable to get my points across and all that. Like if it's small, you'll be able to do what you're supposed to do. And it was pretty hard because most of the time I had to do everything myself.
Yeah.
Even to date, even if I'm shooting a gig and I have an assistant, I still do everything myself. I give you the room to do what you want, but I still delegate less. But right now, knowing what I know is not actually the way to go.
Okay.
Like delegation and giving people the room to do what they can do is good. Like
it's key.
A couple of days ago, I saw a post on social media that said, when you are running a business, you don't necessarily need to have everyone on 100% skill as you, but all you need is maybe people from like 50 to 70%, and that's good enough.
Okay.
Because not everyone can see things the way you see it and do things the way you do it.
Yeah.
So if the person is like 70% at par with your skill, that's all you need. Like at least it takes that 70% load off you, and then you can finish with the 30%.
Yes,
and that's peace of mind enough.
Yeah, because Sheldon, you have like a large employee base. Like you're saying 12 or something. Yeah, dos. Yeah, bro.
We are 14.
God damn. It's crazy. But then still, you are heavily involved in the creating process. Like at this point, you can just like relax. You can just wake up and be sleeping. You can be like, okay, fish, take care of everything, oversee too. But then you are still involved.
Yeah, so that is why I said you train people or you put people in positions where when it started was myself and Fish, so we shoot, we distribute.
Yeah.
But it gets to a point where you have scaled and you need people in positions where they can actually carry on even if you are sick or you are out. Because I was out of the country and videos were flying all over the place. There was nothing like, oh, Sheldon is not around. That is in the space that I operate. That is how a lot of them create their content. So when there is something happening, like, or if something happens to them, there's like, they are not creating content. Okay. So if they travel or they have to attend to something else, they leave the content business for like, they can leave it for a month and they come back. But that is their way of doing things and I don't have a problem. As I said, we have scaled to a point where it is not about me. That is why we rebranded from Kwadwo Sheldon to Kwadwo Sheldon Studios.
Okay.
Because we have a lot of people. We have sound people, we have thumbnail people, we have creators, we have videographers, a whole lot of people here. So people have been trained and they have been put in positions where they come to work and they know what to do. If I shoot a video, the thumbnail guy knows what to do with the thumbnail. He knows the picture.
Yeah.
We just have to bounce ideas around and he's good to go.
Yeah.
Fish knows that we are shooting, we have like content calendar, everything, you understand? Ajoy is spearheading from the sports side. Everyone is, you understand? So these are people who are in positions and they know what to do.
Okay.
So I don't have to struggle. But it didn't happen just like, no. They had to learn on the job. Some of them came in, they didn't know anything. They had to learn the editing, like proper editing on the job. Scanty came in as a service personnel, right? We wanted him to buy Wachi for us. Like,
insert something, yeah.
So one day I was like, you know what, sit down and let's do a video. It became a hit. And right now, like, if I'm not around, he can actually put together content or he can actually sit here and present.
Yeah.
And I don't even have to be here, you understand? And it's not like he learned, I think, is it HR or something? You understand? So just give people the opportunity to explore. Coach them if you are capable of coaching them. Coach them. Let them make mistakes. Sometimes the mistake will be costly.
Well,
true. And that's what some of us cannot deal with.
It will be very, very, very costly. But let them make mistakes. Let them learn on the job. And let them have fun. Okay. We are in a creative space. If I was bossed at OMG, I wouldn't be able to even realize that, the video thing I go feel no. Like, Jesse basically gave us an enabling environment to create and do everything that we wanted. And that is why we became what we became after we left OMG. So that is my approach to everything.
Yeah.
Have fun, but deliver.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, whatever the outcome, we are all going to eat.
Yeah. Makes sense.
That's what a lot of us can deal with. So in my beginning stages, I had this issue of, I don't like disappointing people. So even back when I used to shoot weddings, my entire time shooting weddings is only once that I took 2 weddings on one day. And it went bad because like it was in December that time and there was traffic at some point. So I missed the dress up for the second event because the first event was delaying. Now that really took a toll on me because I don't like disappointing people. And so since that day, I never
take what you can chew.
I just take what I can chew. And I kept my team small because I knew people come to me because they want a certain level of personalized service. Now, I've always been the nucleus of my team. Now that I know more about some of these things, I'm trying to like give people room to be able to fit in positions when I'm not available. But because of that issue of not wanting to disappoint people, it made me sort of build everything around myself. So those over years, like those are some of the mistakes I realized that being boxed in by how timid I was and how little I wanted my team to be and all that, like actually didn't do so much good. So like outsourcing and opening the chance for other people to also create and do things when you're not available is always the best.
Makes sense. So what I took from everybody's testimony was that like the spaces you found yourselves in, you made the most out of it. Because people go, they get a job, they get an opportunity to go work somewhere and they don't do anything. They just do what they are assigned, whether they are good at it, whether they are bad at it. They just do it, dish it out, and that's it. And after, they can't, even if they have the chance to recreate what they were doing in that space, they can't.
They're unable to.
So basically, like whatever space you find yourself in, you have to always like broaden your scope, look for ways you can evolve. Like if this company collapses right now, can I build it on my own? Like, do I have what it takes? Have I acquired enough knowledge? Because it's one of the problems like with Ghanaian youth. When we go and work, we go and work.
I think a lot of people just do this. And then they
But it's also not really our fault.
Okay.
It's where we find ourselves, the setting in which we find ourselves. Because we are in this space where you go to a company, you are working, and then you try to do extra than you are required to. People are like, a girl, you cry. Why not, man?
You
know,
who sent you? Call
especially if you are a new employee, you try to, just stay in your lane.
But I don't think that should limit you, though.
It shouldn't limit you. I think eventually, if they realize that you are doing it with pure intentions, they will adapt. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody will adapt. So you just have to be true to yourself. If you know that I'm doing this for this purpose, so that in future, maybe I can use the skill
to build
polishing
something for
here
myself.
To do something for myself. Right?
Yeah.
But there's ways to go about it.
It is what it is.
You don't just...
Sometimes in some working environments, once they see you can do a lot, that's when they pile up on you.
That's
not a problem.
I know that's not a problem. That's not a problem. But you see, it becomes a problem when you are getting so much to do and they are not acknowledging you for what you're doing.
Okay, so if they are not acknowledging you, that is the... See, at OMG, I started as a social media manager. I transitioned to a writer. I was basically everywhere. So people thought I owned a company. They were Kwadwo Sheldon OMG. But I was basically doing everything. Not because I needed acknowledgement from anyone. I just wanted to learn. When people, a lot of Gen Zs and millennials, they don't want to learn. They don't want to serve. See,
even if they are piling a lot of work on you, I don't think it should be seen as a problem. If you see it's a matter of perspective. If you see it as a learning opportunity, right? If you gain the skills and tomorrow the company is no more or like you are somewhere else, you've acquired skills you can multiply to, create value for yourself.
Makes sense.
You understand?
See, in an ideal situation, that should be the case. But right now, recently I spoke to someone and he was like, yo, me, my working place, Charlie, I don't want to make them know say I go fit do this thing, because what he feels is, first of all, they would exploit that ability and wouldn't pay him for that extra value he's adding to the company. So that's the problem. You understand? It's not that he didn't want to serve, but he just needed that little bit of acknowledgement.
Okay,
you see?
I understand. So basically, this is people specific. For someone on a come up, and you are in an environment where you need to learn on the job, you need people as inspirational figures to tap from. You understand? There are situations that they go put you where you go feel like you are being. Now saying engineer can make us some money 1 billion. You understand? But you see, you would think that it's exploitation and all. I understand, because some of them they intentionally do it.
Yes.
Like but if you're on a come up and you are in this space and you have these people in positions of places that you want to tap from, I feel like you have to go through that kind of process where you are not serving because you want to. No, you are serving for yourself. I've always believed that whatever you do, in the end, you benefit
from it.
You can always pick things and flip it.
Yes.
So if I'm in a company and I do design and they say, oh, add animation, add this, I can do all those things. My next company I go to, I can say, oh, I've done this for 10 years.
So your CV
the matter of the number of gigs I've gotten or rooms I've entered just because I name dropped Jesse's name or like is beyond however much extra money he could have paid me for like doing.
Makes sense.
So in the moments it might not make sense. It might feel like they are ripping you off or whatever. But if you can find some value in there, I think it would, it would help you. I always say this, that even if you get like an internship at Google, whatever benefit you get from them is solely dependent on you, not on the company.
Okay.
Because if you go there and you say, okay, I'm here as a writer intern, and you just write and go to your house at the end of the 30 days, it's
not their problem.
You've wasted the time.
But you go there and you learn extra skills, and you come out and you say, oh, I did this, and that at Google. It's like, okay.
Spread your branches.
This is why I had a problem with the girl that did the video saying
the internship
stuff. Like she felt it was like, her
right.
She's entitled.
Like, I want to do internship at your company.
I'll show you.
Like I'm not
one thing.
Giving you an opportunity.
It's
one
a 50-50
thing.
Why are you making it look like?
Even if they're
days,
sending you to go and buy watches. Go and buy the watches. Come.
Like nowadays you can, I say this all the time to my team, that sometimes the unemployment situation in the country is not only dependent on the government. Sometimes we are a part of the problem. Because how can you send an application for internship or application for a job and your title, like you don't even know how to put together the email. You just send an email.
See, in Ghana, email writing is one of our biggest problems.
How can you tell me?
Don't know how to write emails.
You've gone to 4 years at tech, completed, and you're sending job application. You just send JPEGs in the email. No title.
The one on the iPhone.
Send from
iPhone.
And you send me a Google Drive expecting me to go and dig for your...
So these are all important things.
Yes,
exactly. Like all those are skills people don't learn.
In the time, you see, you might be that guy, but because of the presentation or your introduction, it will turn a lot of people off. And that's why I always talk, if you are trying to pass through the formal process, make sure you know what you are doing.
Make sure you are qualified.
The space that you are coming to apply, thousands of people are trying to, be in that space.
What makes you different?
So if you really want it, added value be very, very. But if there is no value proposition in this world, bro. Like when it comes, let's say I signed you as my personal assistant, and I allocate to you, say post my videos or do anything. It is your job to post the video, but what it will make we have conversation about, increase my salary or put me in these positions. What do you add to the video? Are you attaching metrics? Are you taking data-driven decision or making data? You see, that me the kind of things. But if you're okay, my job here is to just sit here and edit videos. So I've edited the video.
I'm done. I'm going home. Makes sense.
But what is setting you
apart from the rest?
I'm gonna so when you say they feel like, now the Gen Zs they can just wake up and say the air is not blowing, I want to quit.
Very true.
It's giving desert.
Very true.
Also, it's giving desert.
Sorry. You see, the circumference of the room is too...
It's too...
I quit.
I quit.
Like, bro, like, this girl was in the video saying, I want to do my internship. What's the company that?
Who is you?
Another thing also is, I think we are all not born to start businesses.
Yes.
True. So I think a lot of people over glorify entrepreneurship and all those things. If you know that your path is to be an employee, be the best employee you can be.
Exactly.
If your path is to start a business and you're an employee now, learn as much as you can with the time because you don't have money to go and pay for business school. Business school, I mean, sure say the best place to learn is on the job. Talk to people. If you are in a workspace where you are free enough to speak with your CEO or your bosses all the time, build that relationship and extract.
Somebody can be in a company, you know, all the lengthiest conversation they've had with their boss is hi.
Yeah, because some of the bosses do, Charlie.
Some of them are not open.
Some of them are not
open.
How you go approach them when?
Well, some of us have been fortunate enough to have like very open and friendly bosses. Like
Jesse, if you go buy beans, can sit for the office, then we all go chop them. You understand?
Well, true.
Like he's sitting where we are working. He's part of us. He knows what is happening. So we can have that kind of.
Easy
now,
for
our
you to
question is
he basically creates an environment that's conducive enough for you to. I had the same thing too. So actually, like since school, I interned with only one company, and that's NKCC.
Okay.
Because Nana has seen it. So right from school, I've been interning with him, and after school, I did my service with him. I still do work with him. It's because like over time we've had that connection. Like I'm able to relate to him as my friend, as my big brother. You get it? But he's my boss first. That's the thing. And he teaches me every time. Like there's lots of things he teaches me that I'm like, yo, like I can't learn this anywhere. Even from my NGO, sometimes when I have issues I need to deal with. As someone who's managing a couple of people, I go to him and sometimes ask for advice. I'm like, yo, like you used to manage us in the office as NKCC and all that. Like, what can I do in this situation? Right. Because there's always new situations that you would need to learn from. Yeah. And even talking about added value, when you're coming up with a business, and you sort of need funding. One thing I realized lately and even heard from a conference is that these banking institutions and financial institutions, even sponsors, they are not always sold on ideas.
Yes.
True.
They are, especially in Ghana. Like ideas accounts for like even little to 0% of their funding. But you need to be able to give them value for the money they are giving you. You need to be able to show that, okay, for this money you are giving me, this and this is what I've done before, your history. And this and this is what I can do because of this added value. You get it? So that's basically one thing we need to be looking at when we are like looking for funding and trying to jump into new
ventures and all of that.
I want to hammer on something. What Eddie said about the last two, but let me hammer. Wait. What Eddie said about not everyone is born to be an entrepreneur. Let's be serious and let's have that kind of conversation. The first will be Instagram account out for him. Let's be serious. You understand? It be hard. Sometimes they glorify it, making quit your night. There are some conversations that you see on Twitter. Bro, and you're better. And so they sell this kind of idea to people that quit your job.
It's not easy.
And you be that.
Bro, what can BBS make?
I feel like we need to let people understand.
For real though.
Your job is to serve well. And there are people that believe that I have to work with a company, like I have to work with people and just make my money and bounce. And there are people that have like, the qualities to, bro, let's just draw the dichotomy and decipher because there are people out there that are being sold the news that, and that is why they close. It is very, very difficult starting a business, especially in this kind of environment.
And sustaining it.
Establishing the
sustainability of them. The sustainability of them.
Sometimes you go feed there. I do cry. Why am I worrying myself?
But you see, also I feel like right now in our current generation, a lot of people don't understand why they need to serve. Because people in the video content creation space, for instance, now you see someone holding a camera today, tomorrow, because they've taken a few videos, they say they are director this. But when you watch,
No.
This is to the whole. This is to the whole community.
Just say what you want to say.
I'm trying to say.
Why
Mini OBID. But no, it's a conversation I've had with other creatives.
Yeah.
But basically, look at some of these Hollywood renowned cinematographers and things. They are still DPs. Yeah. Some of them have gray hair and they've been DPing for years. Yeah. Now, for you to be able to call yourself a director, it's not just because you did one video and that. Like, no.
I understand. Obi 3 designers, you are a creative director.
You understand? Now, Instagram, Obi creative small page per see you. It's like we are getting zone in titles than the journey.
New company.
The fact that I have a company doesn't mean you are qualified to be a CEO.
That white titles they vex me like.
Yeah, that Martin.
Do the job.
See, all the years I they work with Nana, I never like Nana ever. They never they tell me say make I call him director or boss. You call him Nana. That's all he wants. Don't call him Mr. Nana. Don't call him Mr. No, that's his name.
Company
the title doesn't. Yeah, the title.
Whether it be Vincent or what, it become.
No, the title doesn't matter.
I drop bar. Relax.
Go home. Nah, I have to wrap up. Unfortunately, we'd have to do a part 2 to this because we've not hammered it enough. We have to go to the law side, how the whole registration side, picking a name for your business event. So yes, there will be a part 2 to this.
Yes, then we can understand the lineman on
I'm in the company, a friend of lineman, honey.
What did they take the honey?
The honey, no. Are you honey? Please, the honey is not HUI.
Let me say that there's a fine line between creativity and stupidity. Eddie, you are there.
You
are there.
I understand what she's talking about.
I love you, but you are there.
He has a shirt where there is a shit on it.
Right?
He walks around. I'm the shit. This nigga.
Wait, no, but honestly, I commend Eddie for some of these things because I've been in school for 4 years with him, and he's one of my most creative friends.
Yeah, I mean he's
Eddie,
able to make it work.
Menzi, Cooper, like sometimes I see some of the ideas they come up with. I'm like, oh shit.
You go to do presentation.
But he really is the shit.
You can't do presentation for the rebranding of KSS.
Yeah.
After the presentation, I say let's fuck shit up.
When I was writing my proposal, and the closing line,
like it doesn't always have to be.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, let's make this work before the aliens come. And he gave me a thumbs up for it.
Yeah. But you know what? It works.
Yeah.
I'll explain in a part 2.
Yes.
Exactly. So guys, look out for the part 2 for this. It's going to come very soon. We hope this has been very educative. We hope you've been able to take some. If you have stories, I know you do. You have your experiences, your personal ones. Leave it down there in the comment section. Make sure you've subscribed to the channel, like and share the video. As usual, le travailler.